Okay, this follow-up video on PCS probably going to be pretty short. We still like the daily chart. It did pop to 706 today. I'll show you the intraday candles. Still looks like it could break out one of these days. Intraday, this opened at 697. Now, when something opens or triggers at our trigger price, which was our first one was 697. So since it opened there, or if it triggered in the first 5 minutes, normally we don't take it. These are 5-minute candles. Now, when it sold off and then came back and broke the early high, I did grab some 697 at the high of the day right before it broke out, announced it to the chat, and it popped pretty quickly to 706, which gave us our secondary trigger, which I did not add because it was too close to my original entry. As a matter of fact, when this thing went to 706 and didn't follow through, I sold half at 703 right here. And keep in mind, this is all happening in the first 10 minutes. Not a big fan of trading early, but PCS was strong enough, and you see the volume here, it was strong enough that it was worth a shot. But as this was triggering, see this red line here is the S&P. As this was triggering, it was fighting the market, just sold off right afterwards and took everything with it. So the second half of my trade stopped out at break even. And again, if we trade early in the first 15 minutes, it's going to be real quick. So not much going on there on PCS. I still like the daily chart. Here's the daily chart. You can kind of see, I don't have a drawing tool here. It's got a base here after kind of a cup and handle. So it still looks good to me up over the 706 area next week. So we'll see. Let me show you again the intraday chart. Really, just pay attention to the red line here. This is the S&P after the, which is basically the overall market. Look at the afternoon. I mean, it just looks like an EKG or something, doesn't it? It was just horrific. Molasses glacier, if you will. It just did not do anything. Just a lot of no movement, really. We're stuck in this little tight range. So I did not take one trade this afternoon. It was just a boring afternoon. And I apologize to the room for being boring, but if I don't see anything worth taking, I don't take it. Probably the best trade I made today was on TIN, T-I-N. This is a daily candle, or daily chart, daily candles. On this sell-off early today, using one of our methods, we were able to grab 10 at 1978, which is right here where the tip of my arrow is. Worst case stop, 1969. And after the trigger, it did run all the way to 2021. It had 9 cents risk and never got hit. So pretty sad when, that's the highlight of my day, but it was a nice call, and it was a nice trade, this TIN, on 9 cents risk, and gave, almost 40 cents profit, and the 9 cent stop never got hit. But because it's Friday afternoon and it was such a boring day, we'll keep this video very short. Have a great weekend, and we will send out another free pick next week.